What's up, YouTube? This is Nina K. Simone. I'm back again to review Love and Hip Hop episode 2. Right, episode 2. And I really want to say before I even start the review that I was one of those kids who didn't have cable growing up. So I watched a lot of soap operas and drama-filled 90210 rerun Dawson's Creek ass shows. And I have to say that Love and Hip Hop is one soap opera ass show, but I'm enjoying it because, like I said, I like soap operas. I've been, listening to some of the other vloggers on here, and they're saying how Love and Hip Hop is scripted. I believe to a certain extent that it may be, but not to disrespect the people in Atlanta. Well, fucking, I'm just gonna say it. They like to show off and they like to show up. I believe Atlanta Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, this show, any of them shows with people that's Atlanta personalities, they have this way of scripting reality to make you think that Atlanta is so the shit and it's this and it's that. But I don't really care for that, but I enjoy the show. So let's get in. I believe the show opened up with Mimi and Stevie J, or Mimi and her friend. Well, either way, she was talking to her friend and she was, pretty much embarrassed. Well, I would be embarrassed about the situation, and she's asking her friend, do you think he's really screwing Jose, aka Jocelyn, or do you think he's being honest and faking me? Saying, she's like, bitch, I'm telling you since before, this even happened that he's fucking cheating on you. He doesn't deserve you. You could do better than that. You're a pretty girl. Whoop-de-whoop. I started thinking it was getting a little logo for me, lesbian gay network type shit, but she might just be a real friend trying to help Mimi. But the truth of the matter is, and I know this with my friends, once a chick has got with a dude, no matter what you can say about it, they're going to be with them. They can tell you how much they dislike them and they don't like them. So you either mind your business or don't speak to their ass. Because pretty much they're going to always draw you in somehow and you get to feeling a certain way. But Mimi's a dumb bitch. Well, like I said in the first episode, I was saying that Mimi may be a little smarter than we think because Mimi seemed to be about her money, that happened later on in the episode. So Stevie J comes home and he's apologetic. Well, he wasn't apologetic, but he had this hurting dog look on his face, like he'd just been wounded or some shit. And he's like, she like, are you fucking her? He said, no. Wait, take my glasses off. No, I'm not fucking that bitch. Look at the camera, then come back. No, I'm not fucking that bitch. And Mimi is just like, to me it seemed like she was kind of believing this bullshit. Like Stevie J looked to me like he was lying his ass off. And next thing you know, he willing in her face trying to give her a kiss, and she kind of like, no nigga, but you can call me tomorrow. How about that? Maybe I'll answer the phone. And then he was talking about, well, I want to give you 5% of, I don't know if he meant 5% of the production company that he owns or whatever, but he wanted to give her 5% of some shit. And she was like, 5%, huh? 5%. And I was thinking to myself, now I see why these women are so attracted to Stevie J, because every time he does something wrong, you get a house or give 5% of whatever. And my mother was listening, being nosy in the background while I was watching. She was talking about 5%, that ain't a lot. I said, hell, if you make $1 million, 5% is a lot. Not saying I wouldn't have went for more, which Mimi did. But before we get back to Mimi and Stevie J, I think Rashida comes on the screen and they showing Miss Boss Bitch and all that stuff. And I've always liked Rashida, but I do not like this new song that they pushing in the video. It sounds a lot like you wanna chew all of my bubble gum. I'm the type of chick you wanna take to your mama house. It sounds a lot like that song that made her known. Well, I'll say for me, made her known. That sounds a lot like that song. And I know that since you write your own music, ironically, you're gonna say some of the same words and make them rhyme and talk about the same shit. But I didn't like that song. But I still fucks with Rashida, no disrespect. We got to see her husband, and at first I was saying he wasn't all that attractive, but he looked a lot better when I actually looked at the show. He looked a lot better, because at first I was like, excuse me, y'all, I gotta get something to drink. At first I was thinking like, dude is ugly as hell. What's she doing with him? But when they actually showed him, he wasn't that bad looking. She was just explaining how, she's been signed to 2 record labels, which I didn't know that. I always thought she was independent, but she's saying how she's independent and she using her own money. She ain't one of them independent artists that's got somebody else's money involved. This is all her shit. And, she feels deeply about that. She wanted this way, she wanted that way, you want this way, and her husband's basically saying, like, they arguing about which single should be, the single that they go with. And I actually agree with Rashida. I haven't heard the other single, but I didn't like Marry Me. So I think that's what it was called, Marry Me. I didn't like it. So maybe Rashida might have been right about using the other song. So, they arguing about that. And he like, you don't never listen to me, and whoop-de-whoop. And so she like, okay, fine, I'll listen to you or whatever. If this shit go around, just know when we come home at night, nigga, you gonna have some problems, pretty much. And so, he's telling her, like, you have to be 100%. I don't want none of that half-ass shit you be doing. Well, he didn't say it like that. He speaks very nice and very soft. And I think if he was a little more aggressive with her, he'd probably get a little further with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, and if you get mad, don't bring it back to the bedroom. If you was a certain type of nigga, no shade intended, you would be able to, handle that a little better. I thought when she snapped at him one particular time, I thought he was going to not snap back. I'm not saying, try to whoop her ass. I ain't saying go on Memphis Hits or anything like that. Yeah, I'm going to call him his name. I know his name is Memphis, but from now on, the nigga's name is Memphis Hits. I'm going to call, I say go on Memphis Hits, but I'm saying, handle that shit. Get a little bass in your damn voice and shit go sit her ass down. So, goes back to Stevie J. Oh, no. It went to Jose Cuervo. Jocelyn is in the studio talking more bullshit about how she fucked with Stevie J. Bitch, I don't understand how you can deny fucking him, but in the same token, you say everything that lets everybody know that you're fucking him. Tonight, I'm not with Stevie J. No, but she said some stupid shit like, I'm not with Stevie J, but if Stevie J want to be with me, that's cool. Like, some stupid, I don't know really how to understand the bitch's dialect, because I don't understand what she's saying. Like, she's a mixture between Scarface and Lil Jon. I don't know what the fuck's coming out of her mouth, except Stevie J and Daddy. I still don't know what the fuck she's saying. But anyway, she Carly, whatever, bitch, your name should really be Carla, because Carly's, I love Carly in that TV show on Disney. Bitch, change your motherfucking name. She walks in and she looking, she like, where's Stevie J at? And Jocelyn, like, she like, bitch, say hi first when you walk up in here. Bitch, this ain't your damn studio. I ain't gotta say hi to your dirty man hand having ass. Oh, Incredible Hulk built bitch. I ain't gotta say hi to you, but Carly ain't do all that. She like, I guess she said hi with Stevie J. He's not here. And another thing I want to say to you, bitch, don't be putting my name in your mouth and telling people that you seen me kiss. You didn't see us kiss. Bitch, you don't know what you talking about. You don't know who the fuck you fucking with. Bitch, I'll fuck you up type of stuff she going at Carly. And, I don't get Carly. It seemed like she one of them. She's like the Susie of this show, because she gonna continue. I can see now that she's gonna continue to start shit and snitch on everybody, no matter who it is, whether it's her ally or it's her enemy. Ally is Mimi, enemy is Jose. Y'all get with it. I think she's gonna continue to somehow she's enjoying this drama. She says she wanna work with Stevie J. And what the fuck is so special about Stevie motherfucking J, by the way? I mean, I've heard of him from like 15, 20 fucking years ago. He ain't did shit spectacular. When you think of Atlanta and songwriters, I don't even know if Jonte Austin is from Atlanta, but I think of Jonte Austin. I think of Sean Garrett. I think of, it's a few others. I mean, if we gonna go old school, he like one of them old school ass songwriters who, probably came out around Teddy Riley and R. Kelly and all them people time. But them motherfuckers still writing hits. Who the fuck you done wrote a hit for? Jocelyn, that shit that y'all was playing last week, that shit was terrible. Ain't nobody gonna sell records like that. I'm tired of people trying to take, it's okay for rappers to dwell in pop music. I don't have a problem with that. Pop music and electro music and all that shit. But if you not built for it, you can't do the shit. It sounds too much like Vogue music. I just wanted to call up some of my gay male friends and let them teach me how to Vogue a little bit. I wasn't really fucking with that. I wouldn't want to hear that. I don't like that shit. That's type music. If I hear it when I'm drunk, I'm gonna cuss out everybody in the club type stuff. I don't like that shit. So Jocelyn checks Carly real quick. Then Mimi goes to speak to Carly. And by now, Mimi and Stevie J done sat down and had this conversation. She done brought this nigga a contract asking him for 20% of his business. And I started laughing because that's when I realized that Mimi may say she loves Stevie J, but I think it's a little deeper than that. I think she loves Stevie J pockets. Because to ask for 20%, just random, half five become 20. I could see, and I was thinking, okay, bitch, why don't you use 20 as a argument so you guys can go back and forth and you can get about 15%. Don't ask, bitch. Don't be greedy. So he's like, okay, 10%. Anyway, Stevie J would look like he was getting mad. He was like, bitch, who taught you how to write a contract? I was under the impression that he was a little heated about that. But anyway, so she say they agree on 10%. When she goes to see Carly, she didn't go over there to see Carly to catch up. I don't think she believed that, and I don't think Carly believes that. She came over there to pretty much tell Carly, because she's in the middle now. Somehow she didn't put herself in the middle of Jose and Mimi because she want to work with Stevie J, which I think Carly probably gonna be Stevie J third bitch. Y'all really need to, instead of be trying to get him to work with Carly, be getting Carly the fuck away from him, because I got a feeling she's gonna be girlfriend number 3. So Mimi like how she owns Jocelyn and she owns Stevie J's company. They're partners now and all this shit. And Carly like, oh, okay, cool. But I still want to work with Stevie J. Not saying, can I work with Stevie? Mimi took it as, can I work with Stevie J? Carly took it as, bitch, I'm going to work with Stevie J. I don't have to fucking ask your permission or Jocelyn's permission. But she didn't say it. So then, Carly sees, Carly's at the gym, I think, and Jose walk up, and she's saying, now this is how you know Stevie J tells Jose everything that fucking happens at home, because how is it that the same conversation that Mimi has with Carly, Jose know about it? Now either Carly went back and told some people, but I think Stevie J most likely, at night while he was laying up in the bed with Jose, was crying and bitching about how Mimi didn't ask for this money and she talking all this shit and her and Carly friends and blah 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 blah. So now Jose thinking she gonna tough talk Carly into not working with Stevie J. Like, bitch, you won't. And she let her read her. Like, I can't believe you let a damn man read you. But then again, you should have been scared, because she is a damn man. That's Memphis Hits, and she ain't got no goddamn money. So if she beat your ass, you out of luck. I mean, you could press charges on her, but she ain't got no damn money to sue. Shit. She ain't got no damn money to sue. So then, I guess, the pregnancy scene. No, Rashida had her video shoot. Okay, let's go to there before we go to pretty much the end of the episode. Rashida, is getting her video shoot done, and it looks cute. The girls dancing, whatever, and it's like her husband is calling her Kurt, I think that's the name. He calling her, he like, where the hell you at? We gotta do some work. So finally she come in with clothes and shit, and he trying to tell her, like, you late, you costing us money, the later we're here, the more money we have to pay. And she's like, bitch, if you wouldn't have cut the stylist out of the budget, I wouldn't have had to go run around and get my own goddamn clothes, take care of my son, and then bring my ass back in. He was telling her, look, all that shit ain't relevant. You're still 2 hours late. So, they arguing, blah, blah. Rashida decides, finally she gonna go. And the clothes she put on, bitch, where did you go get them? Out your closet? Them was some old average ass clothes. Now, I'm not trying to come for Rashida. I love Rashida. Don't get me wrong. But that was an average ass outfit you had on. That type of shit I'll wear to school. You know what I mean? I wasn't feeling it, but I know you're a very pretty girl, so I think maybe, you know, you may have thought for that image, because you have a very pretty face. You might have thought like, I can wear whatever I want to wear pretty much, because your videos, they usually zoom in on your face more so than anything else. You know, in your videos, just like I'm sitting here, and the only thing you guys really see is my t-shirts, the top of my t-shirts, which is a Run DMC t-shirt that glows in the dark. So I had to put my glasses on. So, you know, I wasn't here for that outfit or the song, but you know, your hair looked cute. You know, your makeup was cute. You know, you was looking pretty, but your clothes was off. I don't know why my throat's so dry. I feel like I've been talking all day. So, damn, what happened after that? Okay, we just go to the fucking end. Jose, you know, is acting all funny. She told Stevie J early in the episode that she was about a month late, and he had to correct her like, bitch, are you 3 weeks or a month? Because 3 weeks is 21 days. And it's like, bitch, it don't fucking matter. That's damn near a month. Shut your ass up while you trying to correct her. And I think he was trying to count 21 days ago if you fucked her or not. So I think that's what you were doing. I just, you know, don't kick a hoe while she down. So she goes to get a pregnancy test, and what I don't fucking understand is who told them to do something like I said, the Soul 90210, Dawson's Creek, Moesha shit, you know, from back in the day where you sit on the toilet and you piss on a pregnancy test. Why the fuck did you have to put that on camera? The only time I actually enjoy, well, I won't say enjoy, but the only time I liked that scene being in something was in Solange's video, Tony. Because when you hear Tony, you hear the song, you think she's just talking about some random boy, you know, named Tony, you know, that wasn't a regular guy, and he done did her wrong, or she missed him and all that shit. And come to find out that Tony stands for the other night why, and she's sitting on the toilet doing a pregnancy test. That made a lot of symbolistic sense. I think Solange might have directed that video as well. I thought she did a good job. But back to Jocelyn sitting on this damn pregnancy, and really pissing me off because I know this bitch is a man. I don't know how she sat on the toilet and got her thing down like that. It must not be that big, you know, trying to piss on this dick. And then just did the nastiest shit. Now here's my thing. I don't know how y'all feel about urine and all that stuff, but I don't fuck with my own pee. I hate when you go to the doctor and you gotta pee in the look. That shit gets on my nerves. I will go get, and I'm so damn germophobic that when they give me the cup, I ask them for the damn gloves, the rubber gloves. So when I do it, I don't want fucking urine on me. I'm not here for that shit. I don't like that shit. So this bitch pissing on this thing. You know, if you're a woman, you know you pissing everywhere. Men, y'all piss straight. We don't piss like that. Okay, so I know this bitch that got pissed on her damn hands and shit. Bitch, I hope you wash your hands. And then gonna get a damn pregnancy test to Stevie J. And I just wanted to know, did you wash that motherfucking test before you start passing your pissy ass test out to people? I really want to know if you washed that test. You probably didn't know your nasty ass, but I want to know. So he take the test, he got this, you know, he didn't respond to it. Well, at first it seemed like he wasn't mad about the situation. You know, because at first he was all smiling, you look nice, whoop-de-whoop. He knew eventually she was going to come back to him with, you know, the conclusion to the situation. You know, at first he seemed happy, he was smiling and shit. And then she was like, I'm pregnant, doing this fake ass, teary ass cry. I'm like, bitch, you a man, you can't get pregnant, and your ass can't cry to save your damn life. I don't know why you even wanted to record this part of the show, because you're not even convincing no motherfucking body that you sad, bitch. So Stevie J like, so what you want to do about it? And she like, don't ask me that. And then he like, so who's the father? Don't ask me that either. And the bitch, that's where you fucked up. If you're sleeping with a guy and you know that he done got you pregnant, or, you know, why you don't tell him not to worry about it. Because you ever know when you watch Maury and it be these girls on there and they love boyfriends. Now, 90% of the hoes that come on there be pregnant by somebody else. But that 10% this 10% that's pregnant by the dude they say they are. And it's about 5% who, it's always a backstory. The guy always say, oh, she told me it wasn't my baby, or she told me mind my fucking business, and blah, blah, blah. Don't say that to him, because that's just going to give him a reason to run from your stupid ass. Don't say that. So then he like, well, whose father? She like, well, I ain't slept with nobody in the last 6 months but you. So then he went kind of like Ike Turner on the bitch. I mean, it was so unreal how he just turned like, bitch, you want to handle it? You want to do video shoots? Bitch, you know, he was just like going, I'm not going to imitate. I was going to imitate Ike, but I just so happened to watch Miss Love from Kentucky, and her ass did the imitation. So, Miss Love, you beat me to it. I ain't going to swag you, boo. You did it. I was going to do it, but you did it already. You know, I just so happened to watch you this morning before I decided to record this video. So you did it. I'm not going to swag you for what you did it. You get the privilege of making people laugh with the Ike Turner jokes, because that shit will always be funny. So he pretty much told her, you should have got rid of this off rip. Like, bitch, are you asking me to get an abortion? And then, sure enough, while they having this conversation, Mimi walked in the door and Stevie J jumped. Stevie J was like, what the fuck? You know, so Mimi in there talking. Meanwhile, Jocelyn ain't gonna ask Mimi when she come in the studio that she better speak to her. She didn't have shit to say. And my whole thing with Mimi, because I saw in the video where she asked Carly, do you think they really sleeping together? And she asked her friend, do you think they really sleeping together? Every time you walk in a room with Stevie J and that bitch, if they weren't fucking around, the damn girl wouldn't always look so guilty. She always had this guilty ass look. Not a look of hatred, not a look of jealousy, but she always looks sad. Like she knows she's guilty of fucking with this woman's man, but she won't dare admit it to this woman. And I think that's a little girlish of you, bitch. Grow the fuck up with your man looking ass. So that's pretty much how it ended, I think. If I missed something, my bad. I did watch it last night, but my mind seems to be somewhere else today. Like, I didn't really even want to get in front of the camera, but I had to. And Hollywood Exes came on before that. I really didn't watch all of the show. I just caught the end. But I must say that some of them, I could see how they was married to some of these successors. And others, I don't know how the fuck they got married. Like Andrea, R. Kelly's wife. I remember, it was a while back, R. Kelly had an album, he was talking about the birth of his son. I mean, I'm thinking like, who the fuck R. Kelly didn't have a baby with? So I remember I went online and it showed that R. Kelly was married to this funny looking big face ass chick named Andrea. Andrea is on the show and she is ghetto as hell. Ugh, bitch, you do not represent Chicago. I just want you to know that, with that big ass face, little ass body, strong ass neck, bitch. And why is you 45 years old gelling down your baby hair? Bitch, that is not baby hair. Don't be doing that ooh! So I'm going to try to watch it from the beginning, and then maybe I'll review that sometime today. But before I go, I pretty much wanted to thank everybody who's been supporting me, retweeting my videos, liking my videos. Even though I can't get you guys to like them on YouTube, I can get you to like them on Facebook. I don't fucking understand. If you like it, please like the video. If you like what I got to say, please subscribe to the channel. And I do want to thank all the people who have been watching me, because I've only been doing these videos, I want to say a little over a month. And I've already reached 652 views. That's for all 6 of the videos I have, either 6 or 7. But to me, that's a good start. I may not have 10,000 videos, but if I can do 600 a month, this shit, I'll be all good. So thank you guys for watching the show. I'm taking suggestions for any other shows other than the ones that I'm already reviewing. If you think I should check them out. Somebody wrote me and asked me would I continue to review Tanisha Gets Married. No, because that shit is boring. And that's the doorbell, and with that, I'm out.